This is BTV News at 9 o'clock. I am Khomotso Mapani. The Chief Executive Officer of Signet Jewelers, the world's largest retailer of diamond jewelry, Ms. Virginia Drossos, says despite the downturn in global diamond sales, her company is committed to continuing its partnership with De Beers Diamond Group and working in close collaboration to sell Botswana's diamonds to international markets. Ms. Drossos revealed this at a media roundtable in Gaborone on Wednesday during her visit to the country, which involved talks with De Beers on how they might cooperate to tackle the challenges facing the industry. Tolofelo Tombale.
The diamond market suffered a slump in demand following the COVID years as world economies became sluggish. As of November 2023, sales were down by 20%, a slump that the market is yet to fully recover from. However, Signet Jewelers, the world's largest diamond retailer, says that there is reason to believe that the market's fortunes will turn around, with this hope leading them to choose to continue their partnership with the De Beers Diamond Group.
We predicted that 2023 would be a significant drop-off in the number of couples getting engaged. And in fact, in the U.S. market, that was true. 25% fewer couples got engaged in 2023 than in a typical year pre-COVID. Now, here's the good news, is that the trough of that COVID-induced decline in engagements has now passed. And it passed at the end of October, early November, and so now we're on a 3-year upswing of the number of couples who will be getting engaged in the world's largest diamond market.
The De Beers Group shared the same confidence shown by Signet Jewelers, having just announced a huge new investment in the Zwaneng mine.
On the supply side, we've announced today that we are investing $1 billion into the Zwaneng underground project, and this will be a multi-billion-dollar project, potentially the world's largest ever diamond project. So it's a really great day because it's a day when we can think about both the supply and the market for diamonds, and we need to remember that one is nothing without the other. And the great thing about our partnership with the government of the Republic of Botswana and the agreements that we're aligning on and that we'll finalize very soon is that we can now invest with confidence in great projects like Zwaneng Underground.
When you're a company who has the mission that I explained Signet does, which is to want to inspire more love in the world, it's important to see where that starts, and it starts here. And then it's important to see how we can take that all the way through to a woman or a man who's wearing a beautiful diamond from Botswana and how that makes them feel.
Ms. Drossos, who also has a cutting and polishing company in Botswana, praised the country for its welcoming and conducive business environment. Tolofelo Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
The head of security at BTC, Mr. Tuto Muji, says various strategies implemented to combat copper cable theft are bearing fruits. He said the decline in such crimes since April last year is evidence that these strategies are a success. Mr. Muji revealed this in an interview with BTV on Thursday. Tolofelo Tombale.
The Botswana Telecommunications Corporation, BTC, has been aggressively strategizing to end copper cable thefts due to the millions of pula and losses it has suffered through damage to its infrastructure over the years. It has reported that 56 million pula was lost last year. The corporation has revealed that they're witnessing positive results in their efforts to combat cable theft.
Looking at my stats, we only had 25 incidents that we have recorded in December, and in January up to date we have 7 that we have recorded. But if I compare this to April, the incidents that were recorded there were 160. You can see that now is becoming better and better.
Mr. Muji shared some of the strategies that they are using.
We have improved our strategy around incident response, where we have a lot of coverage now. We also, and this incident response, we have engaged a service provider, a security service provider, but we are also in conjunction working with Botswana police and the intelligence fraternity, so that we collaboratively deal with this issue.
BTC has revealed that with their successes, the areas that often experience theft have changed.
For the longest time, Greater Gaborone, most importantly Gaborone, was the area that was really hit hard. And as we started enhancing coverage of response, we have seen a very high decline within Gaborone. And these guys started going to other areas like Lobatse, Jwaneng. During the festive season, we are seeing them now going even to areas in the north.
BTC has made it clear that they intend to improve on their successes and have shown confidence that the support they are receiving from the Botswana Police Service will help them bring more of these criminals to justice. Tsolofela Tombali, BTV News, Gaborone.
The former Deputy Human Resources Manager at Office of the President, the late Mr. Sintumuleng, has been remembered as a brilliant and humble manager who was skilled and knowledgeable in the area of human resources, a job he did with diligence. Mr. Sintumuleng passed on last week on the 6th of this month. Tlotlang Matlabapiri reports.
Office of the President employees and Sintumuleng family members gathered on Thursday afternoon to honor and celebrate the life of Mr. Sintumuleng, a deputy manager of choice whose legacy of professionalism lives on after working as a public servant for 38 years.
An analytical mind. Yo mongwe mo itsele ele mokaulengwe kana ele mokaulengwe mo tirong o reng ha go le thata go mo dikopanong a ba ka tswa ka idea le gore ka tsa lephata ya le isa go
knew the language ya HR. He knew the rules and the rules of the game, the HR, and he had this thing, institutional memory. Mr. Sintumuleng, he lives behind. He had a wealth of institutional memory. He was very intelligent, and he had this heart and this mind to mentor even those that are and he was really a role model.
On behalf of our peers, I would like to say to Bora Sintumuleng and indeed to the MSP staff that Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe.
Chicha, as passionately called by his family members, was praised for his humility and ever present in people close to him, making it a hard pill to accept his absence. Family was encouraged to take refuge in the comforting word of God.
This week basically it's just mechanical. Because at the end of the day, when it is all done, Chichagayo Moharharona.
Really batho, really bad diredi, really se chaba, really bad tswana, really bad direla puso, really morahi wala hasile. We must have and hold a peculiar relationship with none other but our God. For it is in our brokenness that God, out of his mercy, out of the abundance of his grace, reaches out to us by a way we cannot understand how he could mend
Mr. Sintumuleng, who was the 7th child, is survived by 4 siblings, parents, a wife and 2 children. Tlotla Matlabaphiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Assistant Minister of Education, Ms. Naniki Makwinja, has appealed to parents in the Khanzi district to desist from denying their children the right to education. Speaking during the handover of 2 refurbished classrooms at Kuke Primary School, she said farmers and parents have to work together to ensure that children's rights are protected, especially the right to education. The classrooms were refurbished by African Explosives and Chemical Industries, a company operating at the Sandfire Motheo copper mine. Angela Inosa with more.
The Khanzi district has vast land used for agricultural activities. Most of the labor force derived from the residents around the area. Most of these farm workers have school-going children who are often boarders, at times dropping out of school, seeking out their parents who stay at the farms. This is proving detrimental for the children's right to education, a right government goes over and beyond to fulfill.
In Khanzi district, we note with concern a number of challenges as we implement inclusive education, such as societal norms and attitudes, engagement of learners in the surrounding farms as cheap laborers, defilement, abuse, denying learners their right to education. Education is the right of every child. Betso ha kere right there of every child gore ngwana mongwe le mongwe o tshwanetse go tsena sekolo. Ra patelesega re le tšhaba ya Botswana.
Meanwhile, schools in the Khanzi district are said to be facing challenges hindering it from providing a conducive learning environment. The overall pass rate of 57.3% testament.
This project aligns with our belief in giving back to the communities in which we operate, fostering a sense of shared responsibility for societal well-being. I understand the pivotal role that education plays in shaping the future workforce.
Gestures such as this one are building blocks towards Botswana attaining its vision of having a knowledge-based driven economy.
In 2023, AECI supported 227 schools with 45,000 learners benefiting from our support. We will impact a total of 550 learners. At AECI, we believe in making sustainable social responsibility investments that will impact generations to come.
AECI recognizing a need in the school, refurbished the school hall, partitioning it into 2 classrooms, which will accommodate 30 learners each at a cost of 300,000 pula. The company also bought furniture to be used by the learners and teachers. Angela Nosa, BTV News, Kuke.
Tourism and hospitality employees in the Chobe district have pleaded with the area member of parliament, also Minister of Justice, Mr. Machana Shamuguni, to improve laws that will assist in the betterment of their standard of living. They advocated primarily for employees residing in lodges situated in the Chobe National Park. The employees said they work tirelessly, especially as frontline workers of the tourism sector, receiving international tourists but have little to show insofar as their remuneration is concerned. Kitso Taimani.
The tourism and hospitality employees stationed in Chobe National Park says their salaries are insufficient to keep up with the current cost of living, as most of them originate outside Chobe. They further stipulated that working deep in the park has hampered their human development as they are far away from civilization. Therefore, they are concerned about their welfare, security, and their future development plans.
Mongwe ka rona a tsere mosipila a le maung gongwe ba tsena late ko gating ba staka ha gare for that ne kwa hare show gore a me kwa go checka tire a tswa hela ana checka tire o safe go le kae
rona re le kwano go se kgwe go ra go ra go tswa ha re ithela dilo ka bontsi di re hitile. For example, di plots allocations tse o ithele di ntshiwa mo magaeng mo di apply.
We hold in degrees, we hold in diplomas. Haritsena mo industry ya tourism. Our qualifications are not being recognized. Wo itlela ile gore ha ke tsena ka degree kana ke tsena ka diploma. Mme ke amogela ya ka form 3 ye ke itlela mo field.
The MP area, Mr. Machana Shamkuni, says these grievances have been noted and a follow-up meeting with all other stakeholders is on the cards.
This 23.5% it's a stop-gap measure. A very comprehensive, study analysis. I promise you, Basida. Next time, harita level. Not only SIDA, some of the other agencies.
The tourism and hospitality employees are urged to join trade unions that will assist in addressing other apprehensions and unsettled circumstances. Kitso Temani, BOTSWANA Television, Kasane.
The voter registration exercise in Sarowe is said to be progressing well, with the whole district having recorded a turnout of over 4,000 BOTSWANA in the first 3 days. This was revealed by the Sarowe District Commissioner, Ms. Angelina Lano, in an interview with BTV News, calling on all eligible voters to partake in this exercise in large numbers. Monica Sitwaila.
It has been over a week now since the voter registration exercise commenced countrywide. In Sarowe, the turnout has been satisfactory, with some stations closing the voter registration book in just a day. The district has 107 stations divided within the 3 constituencies, being Sarowe North, West and South.
In our day 3, our open read statistics are on so more mo kgaolong ya rona ya la Sarowe yotlhe ka bophara na re kwadise batho ba le 4,258 mo malatsing a mararo mo di-constituencies tse tharo mo dipalong tsone tse re setseng re ikwadisitsetse bontsi ba tsone hela nkare 80% ke batho ba batona banana ba santse ba goga ditlhako.
However, there are some challenges such as shortage of tents and some remote hard-to-reach areas, which the team together with the Independent Electoral Commission are currently addressing.
The strategy tse re nang le tsone gore re bone gore dikgwetlo tse ka boraro ra di kopanela. We meet regularly the supervisors tsa rona gore re utlwe gore dikgwetlo ke kae be re ka di tsibogela kae. We've also availed 3 vehicles, 1 per constituency, a PA system. Gompieno dikolo di butswe ano go na le tlhaelo e tona ya boroko dikolo tsa rona era tsone generally ka botsone tota ga dina enough classrooms. So how space.
Some of the residents voiced out the importance of taking part in this exercise.
So ka dingwaga tsa metsene di leta gore ke ikwadise ke be ke simolla go ikwadisa go itela le gompieno ga ke se ke tudise botlhokwa ja teng ke gore re itse gore re BOTSWANA se se dirwa mo BOTSWANA re tshwantse go se dira ga re a tshwanela go se boela ko morago.
Go botlhokwa gore ke ikwadise ka gore nna ke tsang boikarabelo ba kemedi e leng gore ke batla gore ke rome e go nkemela.
Ke gakolla banana gore ba go ikwadisa go botlhokwa no ga ba sa ikwadisi ka monso gape go sena dithabollo tshotego ya ko pele thata no a ba ikwadise gore re ka moso le bone ba itse boikarabelo ba bone.
In Sorowe, most of the people who have so far been registered are the elderly. Hence, a call was made for the youth to come forth and register in large numbers. As the exercise is their gate pass come the general elections slated for later this year. Monica Saswala, BTV News.
In Maung, all 16 voter registration clerks who had pulled out of the exercise for various reasons in the region have been replaced. This was revealed by the IEC Principal Elections Officer in Maung, Mr. Kumo Lebang, who further said the exercise is progressing well. Maranyani Samakata.
A week on, the voters' registration exercise continues at a steady pace here in Maung. The IEC reports that they have since replaced all the 16 registration clerks who pulled out of the exercise in the past week.
Most of the police stations, almost all of them, dinale too young. Ones are pulled this morning out. Says Gisil Lahora are replaced. Morata when I'm telling you, at like a pull out. Hang a some immediately. Corosonso la gazette to appeal. Because when se diang, make a headquarters on Tulania thing so come as a telephone. I guess it's Yama Pagala. A comes from Oka Hotel Gazette.
Those clerks pulled out citing various reasons.
Permanent. Yana Hamtans, Alagram of Pateles or Jala Ronasqua, Maripua. I get a keba temporary banana. Mobile, how on to able to pay permanent and I do allow to go on a lorona. I carry Mohana or a to her. Bangone la Canya Vidra La Puso. I gradually take a vision to Nevidra La Puso. Larissimo Lavango, January, the transfer my Patavango Bazamaili.
Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for Maung East, Mr. Hortezeke Khonegile, has encouraged Botswana to register, saying it is their constitutional right and responsibility.
Tsamaiso ya lehatshe ya puso ya batho ka batho ke tsamaiso ya thopo. O tshwanela ke gore o ithopele moeteledipele, o ithopele moemedi, o ithopele puso e wena o dumela mo mananeo a yone. Mme ha o sa ikwadisa ga o ka ke wa thopa. Dipalo tsa rona tsa ikwadiso mo nakong ya gompieno di sampo di le kwa tlase di butsana mme tsholohelo ke gore di phike di ye go godimo mme di ka go godimo hela ha ile gore wena yo ko tirong wena yo go jarateng o iphile sebaka sa gore motsotso hela o heteha makwadisetsong a dithopo a bapileng le wena kana a wena o ikgethelang gore ke gone go a go thopang teng o ikwadise o thope.
Ke ikwadisitse khaizedi a ke lemoga gore bothokwa jwa go ikwadisa ke yone gore mosola jwa go ikwadisa ke yone bokamoso jwa go ya 5 years yani ke rotloetsa Batswana ka nna le bankana ba me bogolo ja banana gore ba go ikwadisa.
In the first 3 days of the exercise, Maung North constituency, with a total of 58 polling stations, registered a total of 1,116 voters, while Maung East constituency, with a total of 72 polling stations, registered 828. Meanwhile, Maung West constituency registered 566 voters in its 78 polling stations. Maranyani Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
In providing the necessary immense opportunities and support to women, the Gaborone University College of Law, GUC, has awarded scholarship opportunities to winners of the Miss Epic pageant. Gaborone City Council Mayor, Mr. Austin Abraham, is said to have partnered with GUC to ensure women get empowered through improving their academic education from certificate to diploma level.
The mayor has pledged towards working tirelessly in creating a conducive environment in which young girls will be given the opportunity to showcase their talent. As such, Mr. Abraham has joined hands with GUC to ensure women get empowered by improving their academic education from certificate level to diploma.
Therefore, on this day, we come together to celebrate the potential and strength of these young girls and queens. They are the future leaders, change makers, and the mothers of tomorrow. Together we can build a community where every girl's dream can be pursued.
So we are here to announce that GUC is going to sponsor the winner of Miss Epic Botswana, that's the Queen, with a sponsorship to study any diploma course of her choice. And we are also going to offer sponsorship to the first princess to study any certificate program of her choice. That also applies to the second princess.
The Miss Epic pageantry, directed by Mr. Tsaonera Ditladi, has ensured that the organization fulfills its mandate in promoting and preserving the culture of this country. The pageants are thoroughly trained about the significance of culture and heritage in promoting Botswana internationally.
His worship, the GUC management for welcoming us and giving us such an opportunity to gather here.
Miss Epic Botswana is a second edition pageant. Elongore simolola ka 2022. Me simolla jana Monday dile gone gore re enhance ngwao ya rona ya Botswana. Me bile gape re le ke ka bojutho gore bone banana ba rona ba bomba bonte ba rona re le ke gone gore re ba rutuntshe le ka ngwao ya Botswana.
The pageantry is expected to also show cultural heritage through projects done by the Queen as well as princesses. Rifile Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
Khoseho Ngwe is standing by to give us the latest in sports. Khoseho.
Good evening, Khomuso. How are you?
I'm well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Oh, you're feeling a lot better today. That's fantastic, ma'am.
Well, yeah,
Please proceed, Khoseho.
I'm feeling better, but it shall be all right. Thank you, Khomuso. And let me greet you. This is Khoseho Ngwe bringing to you Botswana Tonight Sports News. And with that, let's get straight into it and start with the top leading story. FNB Botswana continue with their support for athletics in the country with the launch of a 500,000 Pula sponsorships package for the first ever Botswana International Cross Country to be held on the 27th of January. Managing Director of the race Golden Door Sport Agency, Glody Dube, says the support from the private sector remains a key component in delivering and organizing world-class events which attract top athletes from around the world. Let's hear more from Lydia Puluko.
The relationship between FNB Botswana and Golden Door Sports Agency continued from last year, where they worked together to stage the World Athletics Golden Prix Athletics Meet at the National Stadium. This year, the two companies, alongside Botswana Athletics Association, will once again work together to deliver another world-class event in the hosting of the first International Cross-Country Series. The cross-country race is expected to attract athletes from as far as Kenya, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Germany, and Italy, amongst others, who will be competing in the main 10-kilometer category race. Golden Door Sports Agency Director Glody Dube, who was recently recognized as the director by a World Athletics body, applauded FNB Botswana for playing a critical role in the development of athletics in the country.
I'm truly honored this morning to stand before you as we are launching our first ever continental tour cross country that will be held on the 27th of January. I think it's in 2 weeks' time, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I'm touched this morning when our partners, our sponsors, FNB, when we throw the eye to them again, this time they said, indeed, we are behind this. I don't know if they understood what cross-country is, but honestly, for them to jump into something like this, this is something that really touched me. And honestly, it shows that we really want to take our sports to another level.
FNBB Director of Marketing Peo Porohom says this gesture is a reflection of their dedication to sport development aimed at giving local athletes much needed international exposure.
As we embark on this exciting partnership,
that really reflects our broader commitment to community development through sports. We express our sincere gratitude to Reclodi and other organizers for thinking of us and always coming to knock on our doors and asking us to partner. And we are grateful for the partners, our media partners who are here today to come and share this exciting news with us, and we'll be going out to share this exciting news with the newspapers and everybody involved in actually making this event a success. We look forward to seeing you on the 27th of January right here to witness this event that will be happening for the first time in Botswana. So let's work together to make sure that we lay the groundwork for even a stronger future of athletics in Botswana.
We are very humble and we appreciate what FNB is doing to sport in general in Botswana, and most especially to athletics. Last year they came handy during the Grand Prix. Not easy to get a sponsor worth so much. I know it's going to be more. The way I know FNB, you know, when they really are partners. Again, they are partners. They are not sponsors. I've seen them during the Golden Grand Prix. They work with you.
The international cross-country race will be held at a 2-kilometer golf course in Gaborone, where the winner of the main 10-kilometer race will walk away with $2,000, while the winners of the junior class will bank $500. Local athletes will continue to sharpen for the event by competing at the BAA cross-country series this coming weekend in Kopong. Lydia Poloko, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Township Prola's head coach Innocent Morapedi says it is important to continue with their winning ways this year so that they end the season with some silverware. Morapedi emphasized that this morning in their last training session in preparations for the clash against the Traffic Sporting Club at Royal Aria Stadium on Saturday. Tlamelo Monsusi and Khobona Onesihidi reports.
The Blues continue their campaign in the new year, sitting comfortably at the top of the log 4 points ahead of chasing Gaborone United and joining Galaxy. Rollers registered 8 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss from 12 matches. Mapalestina, who have lifted the most top-flight league titles in the country, are looking for their first league championship since the 2018-2019 season.
Planning for the first game is always difficult. We don't know what to expect from the festive season. The energy might have gone low because of the behavior of a player or an athlete. So, but we are waiting, eagerly waiting. We hope much has not been lost over the festive season. So we hope everybody's fine. But these are the last day of the training towards the game. It will also indicate how the players behave.
It had been known that if I think it's 5 or 6 years and started recent, and I think this is our year. We are more focused and determined, and my wish and my dream is to finish the league on top and win any cup at the Red Summit.
Rollers will go in hunt of maximum points this weekend without the services of defenders Mosha Laolu and Simisani Matumo, who are nursing some injuries. However, Morapedi will be boosted by the return of striker Mbazi Elias, who is set to make a comeback soon.
We wish Traffic will be good customers for us. But remember, we are emphasizing on the issue that we are playing home and we have not been picking good points at home. So we want that mentality to change. This is our fortress. We need to pick as many as points from this, so that whoever visits us, we should put fear on that team. They should know that you don't dare come here and go with full points.
With the transfer window still open, Rollers is still looking to add another defender to the squad, as they'll be battling for glory in the Premier League and the Orange FA for the better part of the year. Khobana Onesihedi, BTV Sport, Tlokweng.
And that is all that we had for you from Botswana Tonight Sports Desk. Let's meet tomorrow. And with that, have a blessed night. And now let me bring it back to Khomoso to give you the headlines of tonight. Khomoso.
Thank you so much, Khosego. I had hoped that it would still be raining. Unfortunately for us here, it has stopped. I don't know anywhere else in the city. But I had really hoped it would rain overnight. Thank you so much. Let's meet again tomorrow.
Let's meet again tomorrow, Khomuso.
Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. The visiting CEO of Signet Jewelers says despite the downturn in global diamond sales, the company is committed to continue partnership with De Beers. New strategies employed by BTC to combat cable theft bears results. And in sports, FNB Botswana sponsors first ever Botswana International Cross Country built for January 27th with 500,000 pula. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. Interpreting in sign language was Amantle Babili. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotondo. The following are some of the rainfall amounts that were recorded this morning at 8 o'clock. 41 millimeters at New Kanahas Primary School, 31 at Pitani Molopo Primary School, 30 at Third Bridge Wildlife Camp, 24 at Mabule Primary School, 23 at Good Hope Met Station, 20 at Pitani BDF Camp, 15 at Tini Primary School, 13 at Mukobokani Primary School, 12 at Skakangwe Primary School, 9 at Mbalambi Primary School, 7 at Sua Met Station, 6 at Makunda Primary School, 5 at Wipilo Primary School, 4 at Mukubilo Primary School, 3 at Kwe Primary School, 2 at Masunga Landfill, and 1 at Raikops JSS. Well, the current satellite picture shows clouds which are visible over most areas of the country, and we're expecting these clouds to thunder or shower tonight over most areas of the country. As for tomorrow, cloudy conditions are expected over the entire country, with possibility of isolated thunder showers over Kalahari. But over the areas of the country, we're expecting scattered thunder showers. In the morning, hot temperatures are expected over most areas of the country, with the minimums ranging from 20 to 22 degrees Celsius over most areas. And in the afternoon, warm temperatures are expected over the entire country, with the maximums ranging from 28 to 32 degrees Celsius over most areas. And as for this coming weekend, isolated thunder showers are expected over most areas in southern southeast Gauteng and Kwening, with warm afternoon temperatures. And over Gauteng and Kgalagadi, still expecting isolated thunder showers this coming weekend, with warm afternoon temperatures over most areas at Gauteng, but over Kgalagadi we're expecting hot afternoon temperatures. Over Ngamile and Chobe we're expecting scattered thunder showers this coming weekend, with warm afternoon temperatures over most areas. And over central and northeast, still we're expecting some thunder showers this coming weekend, with warm afternoon temperatures over most areas. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.